Hey, hi, this is Rahul here, and I'm here for the Hedera session hackathon submission. So let's discuss this silent crisis behind environmental damage. Widespread environmental harm often goes unreported because people fear retaliation, leading to unchecked pollution, illegal dumping, and preventable health damage. With millions of lives affected and ecosystem rapidly degrading, the lack of safe, trusted reporting channels remain a critical barrier to sustainable action. So these are the problems. First, people are afraid to report environmental wrongdoing. And the second one is even when incidents are reported, evidence is often disputed or tampered. And the last one is environmental crimes often go unnoticed or unverified. So what does the stat say? An estimated USD of 110 to $281 billion per year in revenue in global revenues arises from environmental crime. And in many regions, only about 10% of environmental complaints result in action, leaving most violations unverified and ignored. And in 2019 alone, 212 environmental activists were killed worldwide, showing how dangerous it is for people to report environmental wrongdoing. So these are the examples of real life incidents where her name is Berta Secres, an indigenous environmental activist, shot dead in 2016 after organizing against illegal logging and hydropower projects. Isn't that cruel, right? And her name is Daphne Caruana. She was an investigative journalist who exposed environmental abuse, corruption, and she was killed by a car bomb in 2017 after years of threats and legal suits. And there are more. So what's the solution here? So we want a platform where it should be privacy preserved logging. It should be untraceable like a security of Tor routing, and we want a publicly verifiable ledger like the blockchains, and the data must be immutable. And I'm proposing WhistlePodu protocol. So WhistlePodu is a quantum resistant, privacy first whistleblowing protocol that uses XXX networks metadata shredding and Hedera tamper proof attestation to safely expose environmental wrongdoing and reward verified reports on chain. So this is the tech stack. We use XXX network for quantum resistant metadata shredding using the CHOM mix, and we use HCS Hedera Consensus service for our testing into the chain, and we have HTS for rewarding on-chain rewards. So what is CMix? I'll just explain you with a small gist. CMix is a privacy technology that hides who sent a message by mixing it with many others, so no one can trace it back to the sender. It's built with quantum resistant cryptography, meaning even future super powerful computers can't break its anonymity. And this is my whole architecture of this protocol. So first the user submits the complaints, abnormal activities, and the whole data. First, initially, when it goes to this option resolver. Before sending to option resolver, there will be metadata uh, with this data where the user has been attested. Metadata is the IP address of the user, location of the user, and many more details, as well as the device fingerprint. So we have our off-chain resolver. What it does is it makes a CMix around this data with respect to XXX network. And it makes the data more quantum resistant and the metadata is shredded. And after that, this resolver makes an attestation to this header chain. And in result, this these complaints are attested without zero identity. They get rewarded with HCS tokens and they get attested on chain with HCS. So our main goal is to attest the complaints without revealing zero identity, and it's more pure quantum resistant. And in my architecture, Hedera council members are going to be the option resolvers here. So now let's get on to the demo right now. This is the GitHub of my project, and CMix is the user end where they are going to host, and It is going to be hosted on localhost 3000, and the resolver is the off-chain resolver, and I'm going to host it on localhost 3001. So in localhost 3000 is the user. I'm going to check whether the CMX has been initialized or not. And let's go to the console log and verify it. And yeah, it's successfully running here. So I'm going to attest a new problem here where I will give my issue type, category, severity level, location, and the details. I'm going to take the details from my notes and then copy from it and then paste it here. And yeah, let's give a link for the evidence here. And yeah, and after that I'll give an header account ID where I will get rewarded. So after submitting report, it will the metadata will be shared with respect to the XXX network. It will be quantum resistant data here. And after that, it's going to the off-chain resolver is going to attest on behalf of you. So it's going to attest on HCS, and you'll be rewarded 10 whistle tokens for a successful attestation. So every attestation will be rewarded, and no need to get involved in signing the message. All the off-chain resolver will take care of it, and you will get rewarded. So here you can see the transaction is successful, the message has been submitted, and let's check this Hedera token service here and go to the Hashcan service. And yeah, we got the crypto transfer and 10 whistle tokens to the user who has attested. And this is how whistle protocol works here. And yeah, the off-chain resolver is going to have an account there. So whenever the data comes, it will be metadata free, and the off-chain resolver doesn't know where the data came from, and it is going to attest on behalf of an header account which is linked to an off-chain resolver. So let's say even if the off-chain resolver is compromised, this resolver wouldn't know where the data came from. So this is how it is more privacy preserved, and the data are quantum resistant, and they are attested into the on-chain. And our GTM strategy is the main thing is users should not go through a whole Web3 setup here. And next thing is target high-risk communities first. So we are going to onboard NGOs, environmental groups, and citizen networks. And the last one is incentive adoption with rewards. So we use token STS tokens and impart metrics to reward, build trust, and rapidly grow organic usage. And yeah, thank you.